Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion, and finishing off with the Amstrad Homebrew Week, realistically. It's Anima on the Amstrad. Well, yes. So, here we go. And we're going to have a look at the intro, because why not? Love the graphics already, because look at the little guy. Isn't he cute? We've got a nice bit of music here too. Listen to this. So realistically, I thought maybe this would have been a better Halloween one, but you know what? I didn't even know it was around. Otherwise, it would have been included in my Halloween week special. So anyway, we're going to have a look at the tutorial. So we can move our little ghosty around using joystick or keyboard, up to you. It's completely your choice. You can see here that the main sprite is absolutely adorable. And, well, yeah, so basically we've got to do certain things to be able to open those doors. Yes. So this, literally, you can skip this tutorial if you want to, because once you've seen it on here, you won't need to. You can get stuck in straight away. But I thought, well, you know, let's have a look at it so we know what we're doing when we actually get into the game, which is always a good thing to do. Now, I've not played this before. I've had it downloaded for a while, but it's been one of those that I just haven't got around to doing yet. So it's been quite a nice thing to actually have done this Amstrad week, really, because it's given it's given me a choice of games to play, definitely, but it's also given a chance for some of these developers to take the spotlight for a while and showcase what they've been able to do with the humble Amstrad. Now, as you know, I'm a Spectrum fan, but the Amstrad has really endeared itself to me this past week. So basically, the idea of this game is that you have to clear the stage and the gates will open, as you will no doubt find in a second. Now, what you've got to do, it's actually quite cool as well, because you do get power-ups, as you've just seen, which I do believe, from just reading up and stuff, is that you get to retain them. How cool is that? So here we go, actually into the main game now, tutorial done. So yes, it auto fires for you, which is an odd choice, but it works. Which, just from the tutorial really. Here's your power-ups, look. Now, apparently this doesn't happen every level, but it will level enough. Now, I've had immunity, and I've also had hit points. So let's take a look at the UI very quickly. It's on the right-hand panel, which is quite a nice place to put it. Now, top there, you can see that you've got your little ghosty face. That is your, I believe that's your lives. Ironic, really, being a ghost, but never mind. Then you've got your score, what the high score currently is, and every now and again, your procs will happen. So I've just had my immunity proc. You've also got your hit points down the bottom. Now, if you clear a stage, you get 10 of your hit points back, which is quite generous actually. So I've got 70 at the moment. It tells you what screen you're on, and it also shows you which bonus power-ups I'm actually in use of. Now there's 5 in total there, and I'm using 2 out of 5. So that's quite nice as well. They don't seem to leave you, which is always a good thing. It shows you what your current bonus is as well. So it's quite cool. You can see here that you defeat an enemy, another one respawns in its place, or a different one spawns in its place, which gives that the instant variety, which I like. And look at these little guys just... I'm assuming they're supposed to be zombies, I'm guessing. I mean, the main sprite has taken up quite a lot of the graphics here, but it is really nice to have the main sprite actually focused on, and have the sort of minor minions, shall we call them, to be less so. But you can still tell what they are. I mean, that's supposed to... I'm guessing that's like a devil dog. Then you've got a scorpion and spiders and all sorts of stuff. Now, I'm going to give you as much of this as I can in the time that I normally give you, and hope you're going to enjoy it and enough to sort of go and have a look yourself. This works on actual Amstrad hardware, or you can download an emulator and play on that. Now, if I'm going to suggest you an emulator to play, it's going to be Virtual Retro Machine, which is actually very nice. And I'll be doing a video on that for patrons soon, just so you get more bang for your buck, so to speak. Also, hello to my new patrons. Always great to have you on board. Thank you for supporting the channel in a financial way, so much appreciated. Pop along to our Patreon page and see how you can help the channel. Anyway, back to the review. Now, controls are easy. Up, down, left, right. Done. And you can also go diagonal. Now, what happens here with the with your weapon is that it basically will fire automatically. So whichever direction you're facing when you stop is the direction that your ammunition will be firing out at, which you can stop and do on a diagonal if you need to. I suggest probably just trying your left, right, up and downs, because it's a lot more simple, because you are going to be moving a lot around the screen. These are the basic levels. I'm assuming they're going to get tougher as we go. Timing is of the essence here as well. So because you don't have any control over your directional of fire, then you need to be a bit more sort of conscious about what you're doing there. So there we are. But it's a really nice little game. Actually enjoying this quite a lot. And you can see that when I'm flashing there, by the way, that is my immunity that has just popped, which is quite cool. And it will show you that in the little box underneath your lives meter. It'll actually flash and say immunity, which is great. So and it's a random proc. It doesn't always pop when you want it to, but it will pop frequently. There we go. It's just done it again. So there we are. We are immune for a brief couple of seconds, but you know what? Those seconds can be vital. Most of these enemies take 2 hits to down. Although I think you can get a crit power up later on. I think. There's lots of different power-ups to the game, which is also a nice feature because you're not guaranteed to get what you want, but it's always good to choose something rather than nothing. And I got a perfect score there. So, oh, look at this guy. Oh, nice, we've got a boss. Look at the size of him. Awesome. And I absolutely love the graphics on that big tree. That is awesome. Love that to bits. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That makes up for the lack of graphics on the mobs. I can see where all the time and the effort have gone into with this game. Absolutely. This is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I do recommend that you pick this game up and give it a go. It is going to be a golden score because, well, why not? Look at it. It's glorious. That tree is amazing. That's probably one of the best graphics I've seen on the Amstrad. Oh, here we go. So now we've got some more bits and pieces here. We've got, we'll go for attack. So now we've got a crit bonus. Oh, we've got sharks now. So we've got quite a lot of different, enemy types, which is nice. Now these guys hone in on your location, so you've got to be able to keep moving and position yourself well enough to be able to combat their movements as well. Which in some respects is quite cool because teleporting octopus. Okay, so yes, the game does start to get a little bit harder, and you can position yourself between the octopuses and the I'm guessing that's like seaweed or something like that, so they can't hit you, but that makes them also quite hard to hit because they're obviously moving around and there's no predetermined pattern from what I can tell. So you've just got to basically work out where they're going to be and then try and shoot them before they relocate to a different place of the screen. Easier said than done. There you go. For some reason, because I've gone up diagonally, it was firing diagonally. Anyway, sound is nice as well. We've got a nice little tune going on, which is quite nice. We always like a tune. We always like a good bit of music in our games. And you know, it's non-obtrusive as well. It doesn't get on your nerves. It's actually quite nice. And when you, I think once your health goes down, I do believe that music starts to speed up a bit. Sort of gives you that sense of urgency, which is quite cool as well. I just love the fact that when you defeat an enemy, another one pops up and takes its place, which is absolutely brilliant. And I just cannot praise this game enough. It's very good. It's only a one-player game, but the general rules apply here. If you want to be able to turn it into a multiplayer, I'm sure you'll find ways around that. So if you want any suggestions, check out my previous videos because I'm always giving out good tips and tricks on how to turn a one-player game into a multiplayer game. Same applies for this game, really. So give it a go. Get your mates round, have a high score-a-thon, or see who can reach the furthest level in a life. That sort of thing. So yes, there's a couple of ideas for you. Anyway. So just because a one-player game is a one-player game doesn't mean it can't be a two-player game, three-player game, four-player game, however many you would like to do on your own terms, which is even better, isn't it? Anyway, Playability wise, absolutely smack on the money. Very, very easy to pick up and play, and suitable for most age groups as well, so give it a go. And the cutesy little sprite, he's going to be very, very popular with the young players because he's just so darn cute. Also, the replay value, very high, because you've got so many levels here to get through, and it's not always going to be a walk in the park, as it were. Now, the little starfish people here, they can't attack you, but they could probably teleport on top of you at some point. So you've always got to be aware, especially in levels like these where there's no cover, that you're going to have to try and get yourself positioned right to be able to go and defeat them. So absolutely brilliant game, and I'm going to link this in the description so that you can go and download it yourself. Please go and give Anima a try. If you've enjoyed the look of it from the review, you're going to love playing it as well. Those look a bit dubious, but I'm guessing they're like jellyfish. They don't look like jellyfish, but I think that's what they're meant to be. So there we go. So my immunity is again procs, you can see there, absolutely fantastic stuff. And yeah, go and support the developer. It's a really good game. This was, I think this came third in the CPC dev contest of 2020. So there we go. If it's, you know, it's in there. It's in that top 10 bracket. So well done. And I've thoroughly enjoyed this. So if the developer is watching this review, thank you ever so much for bringing this game to the Amstrad. It is great fun, and I look forward to seeing more from this developer in the future. And talking of developers, it's always a massive thing for me for a developer to pop by and actually comment, which I've now had on a couple of videos recently. So thank you ever so much to Ego Trip for popping by and leaving me a comment on the last video, which was Jewel Warehouse 2. Thank you very much. Anyway, folks, that's it from me. I'll leave you with a little bit more footage as usual, and I'll be back very soon. Reviews go back to mixed next week, so look out for some variety in your week next week, and I look forward to seeing you all then. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll be back very soon. So you keep it retro, and until then, it's as usual. It's bye for now. Ta 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 ta.
Incoming transmission.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.